Welcome, everyone. I'm so very, 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 very happy to be offering this at this time because the energy at the time of this call, whenever you find it on the recording, or thank you for those of you being here live. If you're feeling like I felt this morning, us earth angels, us intuitives, us light workers are very sensitive. Our nervous systems are even different. Isn't that interesting? That we, of course, to pick up what we pick up. So I'm sensing a lot of anxiety, and then we're going to talk a lot today about how we can take care of the anxiety coming from the world, anxiety, as an empath and picking things up, the anxiety coming from choices we're making in our life. What are we taking in with our energy field, with our food? Now, this isn't a judgment thing. One thing we're going to talk a lot about today is no judgment, because blank slate energy is what you create from, and blank slate source energy is no judgment. So when you can reach, that's what enlightenment is really, a space of pure bliss, creativity, where you can create and send out the experience you'd like to create and send out. So I ramble on like this. For those of you who don't know me, I'm just waiting for a couple more people to come in. And I'm inviting everyone to put in the chat where they're from. We have people from all over the world. And I am so love it that you're there and sending love and light to your part of the world. If you guys are listening to the recording and came in after 5 after, I always start, and once I channel, I open my mouth and angel songs come through and I begin channeling. I just stop, watching the waiting room. So you'll be getting the recording. You can always let me know if you want the recording and find your way to me. Um, this may or may not be posted to the public, so you are welcome to stay on video or not. I keep these really casual. And I'm going to begin by putting some essential oils on, and I'm going to tell you this is about raising our vibrational frequencies to new joyful possibilities. And this particular class has more emphasis on what we're doing with our bodies and what we can do to assist them with essential oils. So if you're here for that information, you're in the right place. I do have some other classes on a regular basis that are not so much essential oils, but this one I could play all day long with information on essential oils. And I absolutely love, love, love these classes. So to start with, and I cannot wait to get this in my energy field. And I did wait until the class started. And nothing helps my energy as much as frankincense. If there's one go-to that you have to have in your home, it would be frankincense, a spiritual protector and uplifter. And this is what else I'm going to share with you today. It's the oil of truth. It's going on my heart. Frankincense reveals deceptions and false truths. So now, all of you who found your way to this class are light workers and earth angels and intuitives here to create a world that we would love to live in, right? Is there anyone who's not, doesn't have that intention to create a world that we would absolutely love to live in? Okay, so with that in mind, when you put frankincense in your energetic field, you're putting it in for your reality, your creations, vibration, and the world. So what are we adding to the world right now? Ooh, I just got the goosebumps. So I just got a pat on the back. So what are we adding to the world right now when we add our frankincense to our energy fields? Oh, and I've got to get some more. I'm down my last couple drops. We are adding, it reveals deceptions and false truths. Do you think we could use a little bit more help with that in the world right now? Let all the false truths come up and out. Pop the pimple or the boil, whatever it is, it's pretty big these days, and let it heal. Let it come up and out, and let us create the world that we know is possible, a world of new, joyful energy. We all know we're in a transition at the time of this call. We all know we're here to create a new earth, heaven on earth. And what I'm going to invite you, and you want to probably write down a couple of these things today, what I'm going to invite you to do is to program an oil. Frankincense would be my go-to choice because it just does so much. It invites individuals to let go of lower vibrations. And and lower vibrations and lies and deceptions and negativity. Now, this, when we talk about no judgment first, these lower vibrations, negativity can come up from us from other lifetimes, past lifetimes, the traumas in this work in this lifetime, and you don't judge. You let it come up. Let the anger come out. Let the crying, throw the pillows. Let it come up and out. On the other side of that darkest night of the soul is this heaven on earth we're talking about. Is the joyful moments. Don't push things down. Let them come out. So it's not a judgment thing. This will help you bring up your old shadow things that you're ready to be done with that are getting in the way. So the oil helps create new perspectives based on light and truth. So I would say I would program an oil. What would it take for this oil to bring me more joyful abundance than I can even ever imagine in all areas of my life? Bless it. And now every time you put it on, I'm receiving more joyful abundance in all areas of my life. Thank you. Beautiful, right? So we actually activate the oils. Now, I haven't even opened my mouth and done the angel song yet, like I always do. But what I always do is start with frankincense and then some kind of a grounding oil. And I really feel that we can use balance today. I usually use it as a grounding oil and put it on the inside curve of my feet. There's a meridian there. And this is balance. I only use doTERRA essential oils. They're called Gift of the Earth. They're high vibrational frequency. I've been using oils my whole life. I ran a natural foods department and I learned a lot about holistic things. And the vibrational frequencies of these oils are the only ones I'm going to talk about because it's the only ones I can feel are 100%. They're right for me. They may be right for you. They're certified therapeutic grade, so they're all studied by independent party that like the frankincense is grown in France, not in the United States. They find the best place to grow them. They find the best way to harvest them. They add joyful energy to the world because they pay the people 3-4 times over, change the quality of life. They co-create with the people who are harvesting them. And it's a whole energy frequency wave that I'm just going to touch on today. You're going to get an overview today, and I'm going to invite you to work with me, not work with me, to come to more classes like this. If you choose to be on my essential oil team, we have classes like this 2 times a month. One for education and open to the public that you'll all be able to come to it, just learn what you want, take what you want, share what you want, and then special ones where we really activate our abundance codes. And those for people on my team who want to create generational wealth and legacy and have essential oils be part of their life. That is my Essential Oils Academy. It's a new version opening up in November that I'd be happy to tell you about later. So Anna, remind me if I forget to tell, because I usually just ramble and forget to tell people how to get a hold of me. Or you can put my email in the chat right away, Anna, if you don't mind. Otherwise I forget. I'm ready to channel. Who wants an angel message? Who wants to hear from the angels about how to create joyful possibilities in the world at this time? Okay, here we go. And I know a lot of you are already on my Essential Oils team, and I look forward to see. One more wants to come on, Immortelle. Immortelle. And it wants to go on my temples. Immortelle. It's the one I use to get rid of wrinkles. We got a lot of 3D, 5D stuff. I'm going to be all over the place, just so you know. And I am going to open it up to angel songs at the end. And I don't know if you can hear my sound therapy dog in the background, but he usually chimes in and says, going, get going, get going. All right, here we go with the angel song, angel message. Yes, at the end of the call, I'll do some angel songs. So I'm going to move. We got to cover a lot of information. So you can raise your hand or put in the chat then. Okay, so here we go. We are seeing that you understand the world is at your command, even though you do not think it's so. It is so. Yes, you know. You are the energy. You are the choice. You are the energy. We listen for more than your voice. We listen to your thoughts. We listen to beliefs. We listen to what brings you your strife. or your peace. And then we honor you in what you choose to be. What are you choosing now? For what you choose, you'll see. What are you choosing now to be? Kaya no mai ha, kaya no mai, kaya no mai ha. What do you choose to be? Kaya mo ai. Kaya mo ai. Now, for some of you are finding your way to me for the first time, I'm Susan Elizabeth Reis. I guess I could introduce myself. I channel what you heard, the gibberish is light language. It bypasses the thinking mind. It works very, very fast. So if you were working in a private session or we're working in I have Joyful Enlightened Millionaires programs and I have my essential oils programs. For working in a group or we're working in private sessions and I do something with light language, if it I usually take something to clear, like let's talk about the world now, clearing fear, clearing anxiety, clearing turmoil, and then, so something to clear, and we clear it with that light language because we don't have to think it. If we could think this in our 3D version of ourselves mind, we'd already be living in a heaven on earth reality, right? If that's all there was to is thinking it. But that doesn't work. So we have to bring it from our heart and we have to bring it from our vibration and we have to change our vibration and take care of our vibration. So these are the lot of things I do more in the group calls. And today you're just going to get a taste, and I'm going to keep rambling as fast as I can. But I'm Susan Elizabeth Reis. I've been channeling for 33 years, 34 years, and teaching all over the world. I talk about choices. I thought about 5 months ago that I might be helping you guys out from the other side because I used to be sick all the time. Let me back up a little. And I had no immune system. I had chronic sinus infection, chronic throat, strep throat, tonsillitis for years and years and years and years, and no energy and lethargic. And I'm like, this can't be my life. What else is possible? You know what? This can't be all there is to it. And then I was introduced to essential oils. So for the last 15 years now, I haven't even had to worry about being sick. It's a big statement, right? So that's what we teach in the academy, Angels and Knowles Academy, is we go over the 3D stuff and how to look up everything you need. So I don't think she minds me sharing her story. She's on with us here now. She can put in the chat if she wants to add to it. But I was really called to get out and let people know there's alternative choices because not only did I not have to worry about colds and flus anymore. I make what I call a concoction that boosts my immune system. I didn't have to worry. My mom said she'd be dead by now without essential oils. So I have story after story. My mom got off her inhaler that she was on most of her life. She's been off for 7 years. We have stories after stories after stories. So what happened is I got myself sick in a way. I said I got myself because I create my own reality and I take responsibility for that. But it was a heart problem that I went down the rabbit hole of this doctor, this doctor, this doctor, this med. I don't like meds. Meds don't like me. I'm an earth angel. I have a different nervous system. When I heard that, I felt, oh, yeah. So, no way, no way. Started doing acupuncture, essential oils, sound therapy, healed my 85% healed my heart situation. So I'm in gratitude and celebration that I feel I'm back, I'm teaching, I'm sharing. And then the other day, my dear friend Anna says her son had a migraine. And I said, well, there's an oil for that. And I've taken many migraines off. Now, I don't do medical advice. This is being recorded and out to the public. So you will never hear me say medical advice. I will share my story or some other stories with permission. So this is just a current story that I believe I have permission to share. That her son was able to Well, I've used to just know how to put this one, it's called past tense, put it on people's heads and then energetically pull the migraine right out. So I shared that with her and she did it and helped her son. Now, I don't know if that would have saved her trips to the doctor or trips to medication, but I know loud and clear what's happening in my life is I was taking from a holistic, pretty good health, and I just turned 65 and I was feeling pretty darn good to really being shut down or trying to be shut down. And I said, no, thank you. I'm not choosing this as my reality. What else is possible? What would it take to be whole, healthy, and healed? I got myself back to about 85% health, going the next 15% on my way there to full health. And I can teach again, I can share again. And these oils saved my life too, and my mom's and many others. Oh, I got so many stories. I don't have time to go right now because I want to get you guys some questions at the end. And I want to share a little bit more of the different ways that you can use the oils. This is super cool. Look at this. This is the kind of stuff I'm going to post in the group. This is, everyone knows reflexology. I'm just going to use the hand, instead, but it's your foot. I have a hand chart like this too. Well, this chart you can look up, let's just talk about let's see if I can find the heart quick. Why don't you guys start posting some health concerns in the chat, and then I'll kind of help find some oils and stuff that'll be helpful for you. How about that? Start posting in the chat. Uh, Angel message, some gibberish from Anna. All right, let's just do adrenal glands. So now I'm kind of spoiled rotten because my husband and I do footsie rubs almost every single night, have for 29 years. And the one that always is so terrible for him is his adrenal gland. So you can actually feel these and look and you can go, well, where's the adrenal gland? And how can I help that? But this actually says you can take rosemary, basil, clove, and citrus and help with, they put that on the adrenal gland pressure point on the foot. So I'm just going to introduce all kinds of ways that we can do oils because it's going to be more than I can talk about today. And I really do want to give some information to those of you who are here. Intense lower back pain out of the blue. All right, that lower back pain is usually not being supported, but Deep Blue is the number one product that flies off the shelf in doTERRA. It's called Deep Blue Rub. My mom says that if she won the lottery, every single person in the world would have a tube of Deep Blue Rub. I said, well, better be a big lottery. I have to keep her supplied in it. She's 88 years old. She got back from her doctor's appointment yesterday and did a happy dance because the doctors were doing a happy dance. Her health was so good. And she was standing and she just swears by Deep Blue, and I would recommend Deep Blue Rub. Now, I want everyone to know if you want to get these, you get let me know. I'll help you get 25% discount and locked into 25% discount. I'll teach you how to get oils for free. And my number one thing that I'm going to be doing in the groups with my leaders who want to create generational wealth is teach us how to get the oils free every single month and contribute to a beautiful community. This is what I did. I went on and I became a diamond in doTERRA and was making 10,000 a month. And it's time for me to start sharing that information again because I love what these oils have done to change my family, to change my health, emotions for my son. Bergamot is what I want to bring in today. Let's talk about emotions. You're going to hear me ramble all over. That's why I want you guys to keep putting in the chat what you want me to talk about. Bergamot, my mom used to be high anxiety. She's one that just worries and prays all day long until she started using bergamot. I'm going to just breathe it in. And all of a sudden she had this calmness come over her. Put it on my heart. Now, some of the oils you just breathe in, and some you can actually put in your water. If they say supplemental facts on them, and again, I'm only talking about doTERRA oils, gift of the earth, you could actually put a drop in your water and drink it or put it under your tongue. Frankincense can go under my tongue. Immune boosters, we have a whole bunch of them. I just got back from acupuncture this morning. I put some On Guard, which is immune booster. I put it I spray it in my face usually if I have the spray, or I put some under my nose and I don't have to I call it an invisible mask. I don't have to worry about other people getting sick from any germs I may have, and I don't have to worry about getting theirs. So it's an invisible mask. That's called On Guard. Comes in a spray, it comes in an oil, it comes in all kinds of products. But let's go back to bergamot because bergamot was highlighted when I asked what would be good for the group to talk about today. Bergamot is the oil of self-acceptance. Remember, we talked about no judgment? If you can move to no judgment and self-acceptance, you have this joyful, energetic space to create all kinds of wonderful things in your own life, in your family's life, and in the world. Let's get some bergamot on. Bergamot relieves feelings of despair, self-judgment, and low self-esteem. It supports the individual in need of self-acceptance and self-love. Bergamot invites individuals to see life with more optimism, new joyful possibilities. So this is a book. I have a more updated one. But some of the tools I use are charts like you see in these different books. And these are all things that most of you can get depending on what part of the world you're in. And the other thing you can do is Google. So once you, of course, we're going to have group calls. Once you're on my team, we're going to do the energetics with it. We're going to activate oils. We're going to make sure that you get the abundance codes and activate what you want. That kind of stuff is within the academy, though anyone can go online for knowledge. I would definitely say doTERRA, put in doTERRA uh, for asthma. And you might get breathe is a fantastic one. That's the other go-to is breathe. Breathe in the respiratory system. My go-to for the immune system is 4 oils that are all antiviral and antibacteria. I've been using this for years. I was in a room with 12 people and everyone got COVID and I did not. And it is oregano. You can write these down. Tea tree. Tea tree can be used as like anything you'd use first aid for. Like we call it neosporin or something here in the United States, but you can use it for cuts and things. You can use it for bug bites. If you take lavender and tea tree oil, gets rid of wasps stinging and bee stings. I always keep it with me hiking or outside. But back to the immune boosters and immune protectors. If you feel like you're just a little bit run down and you're going out in public, get some On Guard or something in your face so you're not breathing in, outside. And then you can make a little concoction, I call it pill form, with all the antiviral and antibacteria oils, frankincense, oregano, tea tree, and On Guard. Put it in a glass bottle and pour it in a capsule when you need it. That way you're preventing getting sick. And if you do happen to come home back and get sniffles and sneezes and stuff, I did get something like that last week for the first time on my birthday. Was on the 8th was the first time in 15 years I was sick. And it's because I didn't do this, what I'm just telling you now. I didn't catch it and do the preventive. I was away traveling and stuff, and I didn't have my oils, and I didn't catch it in time when someone was sneezing. But that's 15 years that I've been without it. So what I'm sharing with you is my story and what's worked for me. You run everything through your own belief system, what would work for you. Let me look in the chat and see if anyone has hypothyroid. Hypothyroid, I'd have to look up. I would begin by Googling it. Doterra with hypothyroid. All these congestion is breathe for sure. And then we breathe with the respiratory is fantastic. And then I would a lot of these I would have to just look up, but some of them intuitively I can guide you right away today. Breathe for sure. All right, so that's that. The other ones they wanted me to do is some fun things, wild orange. Now, you saw how we were breathing some in. You saw how I put some on. Now I want to put some in my water. Wild orange goes in my water. and it is pure, I call it pure joy. What it is fun. I choose to have fun. Wild Orange calls play and fun forward so you can infuse joy in all you do. It suggests there is an abundant flow of joy and all the other good things in life, reminds the soul to delight in all circumstances. So, clear, 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 clear. They'd like me to clear something. They'd like me to do an activation soon. We are going to do an activation to energetically start clearing some of this out and support you with the oils. But the wild orange, I'm going to take a sip now, is giving you permission, and this is really important. They're saying, say it really so they get it. It's okay to have fun. You have permission. Not only do you have permission to have fun, it is a requirement to the vibrational frequency to raise that your energy, thus the energy of the world. So let me give you an idea. If you're worried, fear, complaining, looking at the news, reading all the 50 billion pieces of mail, if you're in the United States right now, and your energy is going down, are you contributing to the world better than if you were out kayaking and looking at nature or taking a walk and feeling the breeze on your face and saying, thank you, this is so much fun, I'm in so much gratitude? This is where choice comes in. Do not give up any of your heaven on earth moments to something outside of yourself that's trying to change your vibrational frequency. So if you're, and it can be things coming up in family, it can be things coming up in the world for sure. It can be, I am not giving this heaven on earth moment over to fear, anxiety, worry. I can give it now compassion for sure. I can give it to the world in compassion for, I can also do what I can do. I know you're all magicians here. I know you're all healers and are sent here to really assist the planet at this time and assist the people on the planet at this time. So my compassion, if my compassion for people who are experiencing, say, the hurricanes, if that brings me to sit down and pray and use my alchemy as a prayer to change the weather patterns, I can do that. And I did it with groups, and and they dissipated. And my family's house was not harmed at all. And the path was supposed to hit their house, it just went right around it. So we are very, very powerful. Now, I'm not saying I did this, so I could, but then most people say, how can you say that? Blah, blah, blah. So I'll say a group of us were praying for it. And where two are more than gathered, like we are today, we can change everything. We can change anything and we can change everything. How many of you play the moving the clouds or the pictures in the clouds and you can just move the clouds? How many of you can get the angel parking space? It's the same thing. So do not underestimate the power of prayer and the power of your intention. All right, back. So, and don't, and you have permission to have fun. What? Have fun when the world is crap? Especially now, because the world is crap. Does that make sense? Put in the chat if that makes sense. Who's choosing to have fun instead of worry and fear? That's what I want you to put in the chat. Yes, we got a yes. Who else is choosing to have fun? Good, good. We got hands raised. Okay. Who else is choosing to have fun? You guys get this? Fun for me. Yes, 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 yes. From that fun comes your greatest joy, comes the career where you're doing what you love, that you do if you didn't make a cent, comes the joyful, new joyful possibilities in the world, comes the playing with the oils. When I get to choose, do I want to retire? You can. This is so much fun for me. These classes are my favorite classes. So I'm going to be doing 2 a month starting in November for everyone on my team. One public for everyone if you guys get oils or just interested in oils, but you come and play. There'll be one to the public every month and one where we do the alchemy and we do the activating the oils and we do the working with the multidimensional fields. All right, they're picking on me now. I channel this whole thing just so you know, even though it sounds like me. And that remember when I said angels and multidimensional beings? It's because I have teams and teams and teams of multidimensional beings who know I'm willing to be here and create a joyful create joyful abundance, create joyful possibilities in the world. So they're showing up like crazy and they're fantastic benevolent beings. So the ones who are chiming in right now are the Arcturians. And I don't even know if I say their name right and they don't care, but it's Arcturians. And they want to come through with a message. Now, they will primarily use light language and they sound like little kids. If you want to giggle or laugh or say, this is too weird for me, that's fine. I love you. Just go find the vibrational frequency that you're on. The radio station, the vibrational frequency I'm on now works with angels and multidimensional beings who are here to help us. And they're a riot. Talk about fun. They came in when I was talking about the fun oil. Okay. All right. Let's hear from the Octarians. They're laughing at the way I say their name. And they're here to really assist. They help my heart, just so you know, because they work with healing chambers. And I was in a program where they actually allowed me to be in a healing chamber and healed me. So this is really different multidimensional things. If it's not your cup of tea, love you, see you later down the line. But if this is for you and you're loving this, here's a message from the Octarians about keeping us healthy, keeping us in fun and joy. Love the Octarians. Pam, yay. Good, cool. Here we go. More orange fun oil. Get some on if you have it. Here we go. I know it's them because they're real high pitched like that and they sound like little kids. And I have the gift of interpretation, so which is wonderful because vibrationally we just got a transformation from them just by me doing that. But I love that they allowed me to turn it into a message for you to receive in English language. So here we go. We are saying when you laugh, you bring a world that's fun to be in. And we're seeing so much joy, so much joy. And laugh more, laugh more. We employ, laugh with joy, laugh with joy. Yaman naman na no manginamaki ano ma kamayana kina namo na naman na naman 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 okay. We send that frequency just now to tickle your belly and your power center. So you know you are divine. Then you shine. All right, so they tickled our belly and our power center. And it's so funny because the Zoom has some new things happening. So they didn't recognize the language and asked if I wanted to change from English. So no, you don't have an Arcturian category yet. They addressed our power center. And if we knew how divine we were, if we really, really know, I am divine, I am divine, I am divine, I am divine. But a divine person who can create anything and everything, create all these worries and fears, or would they create fun and joy and play? In the same second, you can be in gratitude and celebration, or you can be in worry and fear. And all we got is the second in front of us. So which are you choosing moment to moment to moment? That's why it goes way back to the Bible. I have a bachelor's in religious studies. I love studying all the religions. There's good and bad in all of them. Good is God's source energy. Bad is man getting in there and messing it up, whatever you want to call it, ego, whatever, power, whatever. But this has stood true. And this is from Thessalonians, which is of the New Testament. I don't know exact verse, but it's be joyful always. This is one of the teachings that came through from Jesus, and Jesus and I are good friends. We hang out together in the spiritual world quite often. And I walked with Jesus as a friend in that lifetime. So he's a friend and a teacher to me. And talk about multidimensional beings. When he comes through, it's very, very sacred and very, very special. He came through in a session yesterday for someone, or was it a class? Anyway, what Jesus says in Thessalonians, and I even have it on my book. I don't know where my book is, but be joyful always, pray at all times, and give thanks in all circumstances. Let's pick that apart. Be joyful always. What are you talking about? Exactly what I said. You have this 1 second to count your blessings, even appreciation. If you don't like the word gratitude, try appreciation. Try looking at your partner, your loved one, your spouse, your kids. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And see how far that goes with the relationships. It's fantastic. Um, be joyful always. We only have 1 second, and then we have another second, which is still the now second. What are you going to do in this now moment, right? Be joyful always. Pray at all times. Connect to source. If you don't like the word pray, pray. My mom is an expert prayer, I say. She prays all day long. She does a raised Catholic. She's still Catholic, raised praying. She prays all day long, and I've seen her move mountains with her prayers, miracles with her prayers. So if you love the word prayer, use it. If you don't, replace it with connect to God's source energy, connect to your highest guides and angels, connect to source, directly to source, connect to universal source energy, whatever you want, just connect. Okay? And then, I had to clear something. Sorry, sometimes I have to just get in there, clear some things. So maybe someone didn't like the word prayer and replace it. So be joyful always, pray at all times, and give thanks in all circumstances. What? Exactly what we were talking about. Give thanks in all circumstances. Now, this is the one you want to write down, and you'll say, I talk about it on every single show I do, is if something goes wrong, instead of going in the wrongness of it and staying on that vibrational frequency, what I call your radio channel, if this is wrong, you go to what's right about this that I'm not getting. What else is possible? I've told friends that years ago, and they still say I use it every single day. What's right about this opens up a new timeline. So I give a car example, but I use it every day. I could give you tons more examples. What's right about this that I'm not getting takes all the stress away. It takes all the stress away because you know that everything is always working out for you when you say that. Everything is always working out for me. What's right about this that I'm not getting? What else is possible? Well, how can I find something right if someone has their house, washed away? That's first of all their journey. So you can bless them, send prayers, be joyful, always pray at all times, give thanks in all circumstances. You have your home still. You have your things to be thankful for. Send compassion, send love, send prayers. Help where you're guided to help. Deep compassion is definitely part of our earth angel experience, though in a helpful way, in a way that still can bring us joy. I have the most joy when I'm with my students and clients and seeing they create things that give them joy and we celebrate. That by far is my most joy. So when I was thinking about, do I retire? Am I going to stay on the timeline of being sick? I'm like, no, my most joy is my classes, my clients, playing with oils, and my grandkids. So the grandkids, if I want to have the experience of playing with them in the third dimension, I'm sticking around. And same with the rest, but I could possibly help you guys from the other side. Though I'm choosing to stay around and teach classes, and thus we are back to oils. So let's go to Yang Yang. And Yang Yang is a powerful, 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 powerful one. It's the oil of the inner child. And I usually use it as a grounding oil because it's pretty strong smell. Yang Yang is a powerful remedy for the heart. Modern day society honors and reveres the mind over the heart, yet the heart, with its intuitive ways of receiving information, is an essential part of the soul. Yang Yang reconnects an individual with the inner child and the pure, simple ways of the heart. It encourages play, play, play. We have permission to play, and restores a childlike nature and innocence. It assists in assessing intuition or heart knowing. So there's an innocence that I don't think we have time to talk about today. I want to make sure if there's any other oils. Oh, I'm rooted in love. Rose. Now, rose, I'm showing you all different kinds of ways to use. This is a this is my go-to. This is rose spray. I think it's still available. It was maybe out for a limited time, but is it beautiful? So spray some rose on, and rose anchors yourself in loving experiences. Now, if I really want a good dab of rose, there's a rose oil here for my face. And I started getting like this baby skin face with using this rose oil on my face. Not perfect, but not bad either. And I love it. It smells so good. So this is two products that may still be available. I don't want to talk too much about it just in case they're limited, but people love them and beg for them to come back. So they'll probably be out for Christmas if not year round. They both have rose oil in, and rose helps you let go of any hurts and remember you are rooted in love always. Discover what creates that warm feeling in your world and honor that. Remember, I talked about the feelings I wanted to grab, the playing with my grandson last week, and the teaching, doing my classes. I'm like, oh, yeah, those are fun ones. I want you all to pick a couple of them. You can post them in the chat if you'd like. What are your fun little, real high vibrational frequencies? Sometimes it's petting a dog or rubbing his belly. I always say my dog gives free belly rubs. That'll bring you into this vibration we're talking about. Love includes loving yourself and be gentle and give yourself and others grace often. And then they talk about how you can use the love to build your business and things too. All right, we did a lot. I want to open it up to a couple angel songs here and a couple questions. Love the Victorians. Okay, let's see. Fun for me. Everyone's choosing fun. Essential oils in deep blue. Look it up. Just go deep blue rub doTERRA. Look up the ingredients. Interesting. Interesting. I started suddenly after several days of intense energy clearing and healing. Oh, the lower back pain. Yeah, Pam, we could capture more of that in a private session or in a usually it goes way back. I can usually grab the past life. I usually do time travel stuff. You guys, I didn't even post this yet. So if you're interested, put in the chat and I'll get back to you. My birthday, I usually have all kinds of celebration stuff, and I just wasn't sure how things are going to go this year, but I've just heard just now to give you my sessions are $333, and I'm going to be doing a code this week to bring them down to $111. And if anyone wants that code, let me know. I will email it to you to get you a discount rate on a private session. Those sessions are, we can do time travel and go back and release the first time there's back pains, things like that. Definitely do stuff with emotional. And I'm happy to offer that to you until the end of October. And that just came through just for you guys who find your way to this show right now. Okay. I will, so put in the chat if you'd like one of those session discount prices. All right, so let's go with, I know Wilma, I saw first, and then Pam, and then let me see if I have any other Questions here I missed. Hypothyroid, I put doTERRA oils, hypothyroid in Google. We didn't used to have Google when I started like 15 years ago, not the way we do now. I used to have to look up in books and like little, we have like all kinds of like encyclopedia books for oils. And I can get you more information when you come into, if you're in the if you're in the Angels and Oils Academy with you, I can be happy to look and find some more information for you too. All right, let's go with uh, Wilma. Do you have a health concern? You'd like some information on the oils, or do you just want to hear what the angels have to say? Do you have a question or want to see what comes through?
I raised my hand because you said at the beginning we should raise our hands when it comes times for question. But my question was going to be, what was coming was abundant blessings, that I have something on that. But what was interesting was when you were drawn for a clearing, and you made a joke and said somebody might have had a thing with the word prayer. It was weird because I had the sense that it was clearing that direct connection to source that you had just mentioned.
So is that your question? You want to hear
I
from an
guess my
angel?
question is now, was that clearing that you were drawn to, could it have been not someone having a problem with prayer, but for me personally, it was clearing my connection, my direct connection to source, because I connect to source regularly, but I
So
got a hit when you said direct.
put that in a
Okay.
question for yourself. What question do you have for you?
Has my connection, my direct connection to source, been amplified, activated? That's the word.
Okay. So the first thing I'm hearing is that you get activated more when you're in community. And they say I, Susan, do too. So me, I can sit and do my own angel songs and stuff, but it's not nearly as fun. When I'm in groups and I'm teaching groups, especially, I get huge downloads and huge people coming in, Actorians and Hawthorns and Jesus and everything. So I do better in community and staying in community as often as possible. That's why I teach on Mondays and Thursdays. These classes are going to be on Tuesdays for the Angels and Oils Academy. And that is when I am most activated. So they wanted me to share my Susan story. And then now they're saying you get activated very well in groups also. There's kind of a question. I'm waiting for a card to jump out, by the way. There's kind of a question of not so much are you doing it right, but are you doing it good enough or strong enough or hard enough or something like that, with kind of a wrongness to it, instead of just simple breathing and being okay and saying, I ask that I work with my highest guides and angels, I connect directly to source, and being okay if there's nothing. Because I get nothing. Susan gets, and then being okay if you're writing automatic stuff for an hour, and being okay if you get, oh, go call someone. Just being okay with whatever and not like having it to be a certain experience, though they are saying loud and clear, Wilma, that you do really well in groups. Creative project. Now, when the angels talk, they talk to everyone in different ways, but you'll all receive this how you would like. Your soul longs to express itself in creative ways. We're guiding you to infuse artistry and creativity into your life. Creative expression makes you feel alive and excited and reignites passion towards your life. So, passion and connecting to source, they can feel the same. Anything that lights you up and gives you joy can feel the same. But little tidbits, it doesn't have to be this mind blowing thing. It can just be, I actually sat still for 5 whole minutes and did nothing. Just blank slate energy. That will get you farther than anything I know. Any kind of meditation, anything. 5 minutes of sitting still in blank slate. You can think of it as white light. You can think of it as bliss. You can just say, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. that is going to create a space for you. Then usually I take the next 5 minutes and I set a timer, and then I choose what I want. I ask that I work with my highest guides and angels. Are there any messages that come through to me? Sometimes I'll write things down. And then I take 5 minutes on having conversation with what do I choose to create? What would I like for my family? What would I like for my life? And then I take 5 minutes to bless the world. So that's my go-to 555. That might help to just start. Some of you can start with that. But creative projects for some of you, let's hear from the angels. Here we go. We are seeing the energy just trickling, beginning to trickle from your heart. Empowered, say we start, empowering you to be more of what brings you joy, and that bring out to the world to see, to the world to see your joyful energy. Kaya no mai hana kaya no mai. Let it be. All right, I want to know, put in the chat, how many of you are trickling, just bubbling, something's just starting to dwell up in your heart, and you just know if you gave that out to the world, that love, that prayer, that gift, it would be your greatest joy. Put it in the chat if you know what that is. Wilma, do you know what you're... Oh, go
I
ahead.
I actually felt when you started the song, I felt like liquid flowing out of my heart. So
I
I
love
think
that.
it was just like such a instantaneous. It was like, oh my goodness, this is a new feeling. I mean, I felt energy before, but not a liquid that's literally flowing out and down through my heart.
See?
Ooh, thank
You do
you.
very well in groups. They tell you do very well in groups. Very well in
Thank
groups.
you.
I would get with communities, talk to me about my communities if you'd like. Definitely you do well in groups. That is lovely. It trickled up from like the relationship center, the not so much the power center, but actually from the relationship center, it started trickling up. Anyway, very cool. I'm glad you felt that. All right. Let's peek at the chat and see who else might have felt something with that one. Okay, through the messages. Hang on. Celine, what would the angels like me to know today? What is my angel's message today? Cardula will do you next. No, Pam's next, and then Cardula. And Pam, let's take it away. Do you have a question or just want to see what comes through?
I'd mostly like to see what just comes through, but I'd love to receive a message with regard to abundance and like next steps.
All right.
If that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
I guess what I'm hearing is to ask a question about abundance. So I'm not sure what question, so we'll just see what the angels
Well,
say.
would you like joyful abundance, what, in all areas of your life, or one in particular you're asking about?
More in the financial area.
Okay. Because I didn't share you guys, I didn't even tell you guys my story, and not forgetting that some of you I might be new to. I've been doing this for so many years, but some of you are finding me for the first time. I went from no abundance in any area of my life, no love, no money, no health, and a career I hated, no love and career, to having it abundance in all areas of my life. And I'll get that's a very short version, but I went from more than zero, bankrupt to having no problems with money. I went from not having $1, gave my last dollar to the church and walked out and found a $20 bill. So there's a moment I had $0 several times over. And I went on and created income doing what I love. I used to sell insurance, and I used to work with autistic kids and Alzheimer's and all kinds of people. Some of them I love, don't get me wrong. But when I started working in the office, I'm like, this can't be my life. I did not love that. So what I did, and this is to answer your question, Pamela, I started asking questions. And I ask these open-ended questions, and I teach that now all the time. What else is possible here? This can't be my life. I was sick all the time and sitting at a desk office I hated. And that's when essential oils came into my life, and they literally changed my life. Got my health back, got my wealth back. I made 3 times what I was making in insurance within 2 years. I had tripled and quadrupled my income and could easily let go of that insurance job. And that allowed me to have the passive income come in so I could create my joyful possibilities that many of you know me from because you're on my Joyful Enlightened Miracles or Millionaires programs. And that all stemmed from me asking the question. So the first thing is you just ask, what else is possible? What's the next step I need to bring forth joy in my life, to bring forth income? And they show me the ocean, nature, and taking care of your energy is so important. So the deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. When you ask these questions, this is why they're showing me the soothing ocean. You don't want to ask from angst because that's fear-based and you'll be on that frequency. You want to ask from calm, like the ocean. The ocean flows, it's
Right.
full of abundance. And when you're in that calm, everything's always working out for me. What else is possible? What's the next step I'm to take that would bring me more joy and more joyful abundance of finances and more joy in all areas of my life? I would add in the flowing energy. When you're riding this wave, like the waves they're showing me, why wouldn't you include all of it, So anyway, the deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the act of imagining yourself dipping into its healing womb brings about desirable effects. So if you can't get to an ocean or a water body, right now we can all do this. Imagine you stepping your toes into it. Put your toes in that water and feel the soothing. Better yet, spend time physically near the ocean. Allow its power and beauty to wash away all cares and concerns. So, yay, let's put our toes into that ocean. Breathe in the flowing, the abundance of the ocean, the abundance of the water, the unlimitedness of us. And we're flowing in that ocean. Yamokai homaya naya noma. Yamaya no aya kaya no mai. I am. Let it be flowing still and easy. Let it be joyful opportunity flows to you, you'll see as you let it be. Kayanoma, yana, kayanoma, this you'll see. So we be it now. We be the calm now. We be in the gratitude now. Go look in your purse, and if you have a quarter, I am so grateful. Keep a $10 bill in your purse that you never touch. You always have money. I am so grateful. And ride that wave and watch how more comes. And be grateful for what you do have, and more comes. It's like a relationship with money. I do a whole class on that. All right. It's a relationship with money. If you love it, are friends with it, talk to it every day, grateful for it, play with it, laugh with it, have it in your life, more will come. Make sense?
Oh
All
yeah,
right.
absolutely. And it also was really interesting because when you pulled the card, you said deep blue ocean, deep blue waters. But when you were talking earlier, you were talking about the deep blue rub, the
Mm-hmm.
doTERRA stuff. So it's interesting that those exact words came up a couple of times. So I thought that was really fascinating.
It amazes me too. I'm so glad you caught that because I didn't even catch that. It's amazing. Of all the cards in all the decks, they find the one that says deep blue. And guess you need some deep blue, Pam. Let me know if I can help you.
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, Cordula, am I saying your name right? I don't want to mispronounce it. Okay, I thought so. Do you have a question or just want to see what comes through? And then we'll do the activation after this. Oh, you got to unmute. Sorry.
Yes, I just want an angel card. What is my angel saying today? And while I was having this question, the new question came: do I have a special angel?
You have 16 special angels. One's your guardian angel, and you can call it any name you want because the names are for you. And then you have this tribe. They're calling themselves the tribe. I've never heard this before. They're calling the tide. There's 16 of them you that hang in a circle that you can call. Now, what you can have fun with that is like, well, I want to call on a marketing angel, or I want to call on an angel to help me clean the house, or I want to call on just like opening up, what we can call the yellow pages. I want to call on this angel, but they're using the word etheric. I don't use the word etheric. They're more etheric than that. It's not just the 3D stuff. They're helping you on your spirit, on your vibrational frequency, spiritual mission of bring what you're bringing to the planet right now. So I'm very curious to hear, what are you bringing to the planet right now? What are the gifts that you're putting out in the world?
Yeah, I am bringing really constant joy, confidence in my own powers, self love, and it comes all through light language. And the light language, as soon as I um, express it, it's with me all the time, but when I express it, it's more powerful even. And when I let light language through for other people, I'm always amazed how many come there, new voices, new energies, new frequencies, and they're so supportive. So I can feel there that they
Hold your
are.
mic up just a little bit. Hold your mic up
Oh,
just a little
yeah,
more. Oh,
yeah,
much
and
better. Thank you.
yeah. So, but anyway, it's my greatest joy is that I really my light language is coming through stronger and stronger and is with me all the time, and I know,
Yeah, that's your team. That's
yeah.
that's that's your 16. They don't identify as all angels. They're angelic realm, but there's multi-galacticals in there too, and the benevolent beings to help you too. You know that. Light language hot, like the Hawthors are probably in that mix and different things like that. But that's your team, and that's what they're here for. And they specifically say 16. I don't know, maybe 17 if I don't know if they're counting your guardian angel, but they keep saying 16. You have a team of 16 helping you with all that you're doing. So they're saying blessings to you. They want to say thank you
Thank
to you for all you're
you. Yeah.
doing. We want to say thank you to you for all you're doing. And then let's just see what card wants to come through to assist with you continuing to do what you do in the world. Perhaps have a way to reach more people, impact more, a greater number of people. Is that something you're desiring to to
Uh,
reach more or not really?
Yes, if it just comes by itself. I'm not so keen on going out on social media or like be so present like you and many, many other light workers are in the social media and on the platforms reliably. That's not my way. I'm reliably in silence, quiet with myself and let it out in the field. That's how I feel. That's my,
Well, you can energetically pull your people to you and have word of mouth
yeah,
business. I've done that.
yeah.
That's how most people find me. I just energetically say who's looking to create with me for the next year type thing, and then they show up and choose it. Which I'll be opening again pretty soon for anyone interested. But we got two cards, ask and play. Perfect. So ask. Um, so what was your question? What did you ask?
I just was curious. What's my message today?
Okay, so keep asking your angels to co-create with you. So keep
Mm-hmm.
asking. I like open-ended questions. What would it take to have today be more amazing than I can even ever imagine? That type of thing. And then
Mm-hmm.
play, ask and play. It's time to set aside work for a while. Don't worry, we will oversee everything. Playfulness, laughter will lift your energy. So I love that you said that you're just going to open it up and people will find you who you can help. And the rest is just so you can keep asking for that. I ask that the people who I can help find me with ease and joy. And then I'm going to just play and watch, knowing that everything's always working out and they'll find me. I love that. I love that.
Yes.
I
Yes.
love that a lot. Very cool. Let's hear from the, now this is for all of you, remember, open-ended questions to ask and play. We are seeing your energy is so simple and sweet. When done this way, when you just play, when you just play. Kaya no mai hana, kaya no ma. That's why we say play. So there, yours, it's a confirmation. What you're doing is beautiful. Your angels are there to ask questions and then continue the vibrational frequency of play. It's kind of like that child in the sandbox. They're not really thinking about how things are going to work themselves out. They're just playing. Very cool. Very good message. Thank you. Let's do the activation then and get going here. I usually like to keep these closer to the hour. I know we started a few minutes late. And you guys can put in the chat if you have any other comments or questions. Let me turn the music on here. All right, can you hear the music okay? This is an activation to bring forth, to clear away everything that we talked about that wants to be cleared, the worry, the fear. It's going to be to bring forth what we're asking for, including lighting up our world, including lighting up our bodies in full health. Bringing in some beautiful ancestral energy. The earth angels that walk the earth, they're showing me the tribes, the Indians, shamans, reminding us to get grounded and planted. Let's do that now. Let's feel ourselves going down an elevator, down to the core of Mother Earth, and just sitting for a minute on the core of Mother Earth. Gentle rocking. Might want to put your hands across your chest or across your heart or your belly. Rocking a baby. Feeling the nurturing energy of Mother Earth. And now I want you to feel as if your feet are like vines going down to beneath Mother Earth is a support energetic system. And I call it the star seed of Earth. It's like the galactic support energy of Mother Earth. The Earth star or the star seed. Feel your legs like vines wrap around that energetic. It's a smaller little ball. And feel it being activated with a green, energetic, very vibrant light, white light coming up your legs. Green, emerald green healing energy. And Raphael's here too, the healing doctor. Angel. Yamayana. This is coming up into every cell of your being, coming up into your torso, your heart. Begin feeling yourself standing up now, standing straight. And going up the elevator, and keep going up this elevator, up, up, up. You're standing tall, very straight, spine very straight. And you're going up, 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 up this elevator, connecting to source energy, bigger than the universe, 1,000,000 times bigger than that, to infinity and beyond, and 1,000,000 times bigger than that, till you connect to pure white light, bliss energy, source energy. And you might feel a smile, you might feel giddy, you might feel bliss, you might feel like that childlike little giddy playfulness. And you know you're there. There's no worries you can even think of, no fears you can even think of. Just pure play, joy, bliss. Now allow that beautiful white energy to come down, 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 down your crown chakra to every cell of your being. Encasing you, surrounding you, affecting every cell of your being, changing your DNA, activating the DNA to allow you to be even more joyful contribution to the world. Someone's got some problems at the hips. I'm going to invoke a little violet flame there at the hips with a little psychic surgery energy. For all of you, pull out these pains. Pull them out from your back. Pull it out with these tones. Yeah. Pull them out. Throw them away with the violet flame. Transmute it. Send it down to Mother Earth. It won't harm anything. She'll turn it into liquid fertilizer. One more time. Grab that whole back area and hip area. Deep ancestral. You're carrying the weight of the world for your ancestral lineage timeline. But you can let it go now. Unwind it. Unwind it. Breathe in. Breathe in. Pull it out one more time. Transmute it. Throw it down to Mother Earth. Now you're this new, fresh little teenage child, just playing and singing and dancing. You will know how to ask, hey body, what would you like today? You will know how to muscle test. You will know how to just follow your intuition. You will know how to ask what essential oils will help you. You will know how to shine and shine your light and share in all ways that give you your greatest joy. You are now grounded, connected, and protected, ready to go be the beacon that you are, shining your light, sharing your gifts, and creating more joy than you can even ever imagine. We take this joy and we send it out to every single person on the planet. The entire planet is being blissed and blessed with this white light. Anyone who comes to mind you do not want to bless, I want you to white light them more than you've ever white lighted anyone in your entire life. Pick someone comes to mind you do not feel like blessing, I want you to bless them and bless them and bless them till you see them explode in white light. The white light, the light just changed. I want you to bless them and bless them and bless them until you see them light up with white light. And I want you to look at anything else you'd like to look at, weather, wars, economy, religions. I want you to bless it, bless it, bless it, till you see it light up with more white light than you can even ever imagine. Blissful white source energy light. And this is what you get to do all day long. Bless, bless, bless. And so it is, so be it. And so it is, so be it. Amen, amen, amen. So be it. Amen. You are now grounded, connected, and protected, ready to be a joyful contribution to our world. And I am grateful. All righty. So let me just check the chat, see if there's any last minute questions, comments. Might as well do this. If you want to get a hold of me, jot this down, Susan at soul like your soul, song like a song, therapy like therapy.com. And just put essential oils in the subject line, or make sure I can read the subject line. I try to keep track of them, get a lot of emails, and then I will touch base with you. Anyone who then the session price for the discount is good to the end of the month. You can let me know if you'd like that also. Okay. And then have a wonderful day. We'll be doing this again. If those of you who come into the Angels and Knowles Academy, I'll be letting you know when the next meeting is, where we activate the codes and create a world we'd love to live in. How's get better than that? Okay, I'll see you guys soon. Let me just check the chat. Awesome, beautiful. Thank you very much. You're welcome. You're welcome. Susan at Soul Song Therapy, Anna posted.com. It's there. It's amazing, wonderful. Wilma, thank you. You're welcome. You can hear the music clearly. Beautiful. All right, we will do this again. And then those of you on the team will do it even more often. I'll see you soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye.